Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. We're out here at Computex Taipei 2025 checking out what Gigabyte and AORUS has to offer. There are some very spicy new motherboards and some interesting new graphics card developments. Let's go take a look, but before that, here's a word from our Computex major sponsor. It's not AORUS, it's MSI. Take it away, Claire.
Our Computex Taipei 2025 coverage is proudly brought to you by MSI and their GeForce RTX 50 series desktop graphics cards. MSI's GeForce RTX 50 series cards don't just look amazing, they perform like beasts. Powered by Blackwell with GDDR7 memory, they're built to crush games, AI tasks, and content creation. Stormforce fans keep things cool and quiet, while models like the Supreme Liquid push cooling to the next level. And with MSI Sensor and Afterburner, you've got full control. MSI GeForce RTX 50 series, designed to perform, styled to impress. To find out more about MSI and their GeForce RTX 50 series desktop graphics cards, check out the links in the video description.
There's been a couple new AI developments. You may or may not be interested in this stuff, but AORUS and Gigabyte has their own DGX Spark device. It's a pretty generic chassis for this one, but I just wanted to show you this because this one is signed by Daddy Jensen himself in his classic gold marker. That's because it's made from gamers' tears. The DGX Spark platform is very interesting, but talking about it at a trade show really won't do this thing justice. I'm pushing as hard as I can to get a bunch of these to test to show you what these are really capable of. If you want to see some interesting AI workloads and some really cool Linux tinkering, make sure you drop a comment down below because that's what these are really designed for.
I would love to see some big loads on that.
I have no idea I don't know what she just said. Honestly, I can't hear. It's so freaking loud in here. But speaking of AI, well, maybe you don't care, but you know, remember the gaming box that AORUS made before? They've whacked AI on the name and created a 5090 Thunderbolt 5 enclosure, obviously with the 5090 in it. Whoa, that is insanely hot. This is the AORUS 5090 AI box. Now, what's interesting about this is a claim, so don't take my word for it. With the 5090 AI box, AORUS is claiming there's only a 10% performance loss over Thunderbolt 5. Now, I've put a request in for this because you guys know I like really obscure hardware. So together, we're going to find out what the truth is with the AORUS AI box very, very soon. This thing is freaking hot. I could get a steak and probably cook it on here, honestly, and it's hot. And that concerns me a bit. All right, ladies and gents, this is something that I've been waiting for quite a while. This is the X870 AORUS Stealth Ice. Now, if you're wondering what a stealth board is, it's exactly what you think it is. It is a back connector motherboard from AORUS. Now, what's happened with this is, I said this last year, Gigabyte started this whole back connector thing many years ago, and now all the case vendors are on board with Gigabyte as well, and there's an entire standard for all back connector motherboards. So it's not just ASUS and MSI, Gigabyte is also following the exact same layout on the back of their stealth boards. What I find interesting about the stealth boards from Gigabyte is, and I don't know if anyone's even ever mentioned this, there's less EPS power connectors on Gigabyte boards, even for boards like X870 chipset motherboards. The B650E Stealth Ice that we checked out a little while ago is also the same. I wonder what the reasoning is for that.
This is actually, we use the very same package from the iPhone vendor. So this is unique for stealth only. So for X870 and B850, so we have some unique surprise right here. So the experience starts right from the second you unbox the package. So you will see the AORUS logo, then a concept of our stealth motherboard in scratch. Then you will see the motherboard. So we really want to do something unique and to satisfy all our users on the experience-wise, not only from the rear connector building experience, and also inside the M.2 slot, you will see some surprise. So you see right here, we have the M.2 EC Flex. This actually can support both single-sided and double-sided SSD at the same time. Yeah, because it works like a car absorber that allows you to adjust the height of the SSD for like great heat dissipation. We see the 12 degrees lower performance compared with the traditional design. During the launch event, we have introduced the driver BIOS. There's a 64 MB BIOS inside the BIOS here, so the IC is twice larger than before. We put Wi-Fi driver inside the BIOS that allows user to install Windows 11 and get the driver instantly without any installation or USB drive. Yeah, I just want to let you know I'm a very big fan of your.
I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for sharing. That's really interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we do learn from your videos and try to make this happen. No, this is upset. We'll try to figure out.
So you guys are hearing it here officially. They watch the videos and everything that I complain about.
Yeah, we're looking at that. We're watching that. We're watching that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Next up is the B850 AORUS Stealth Ice, which it's essentially the same board. It's a little bit cut down. You get a little bit less USB. You don't get the USB 4.0 because the chipset doesn't support it. But again, the same back connector setup. As well as that, look closely, right? Again, 8+4 for the EPS power connectors. Let us know if that is something that you guys have noticed as well. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I care too much, but it is something that I look at all the time. Right, this is the new X870E AORUS Master X3D Ice. That is a heck of a mouthful. Essentially, Gigabyte is refreshing a whole bunch of their X870 and X870E boards and adding something that I've been wanting them to do for ages. 10 gigabit Ethernet and 5 gigabit Ethernet. Now, I'm aware that the current Master already has 10 gigabit, but the more I complain about it, the more they're gonna add it, and that's the official word that you heard from Gigabyte already. All right, Gigabyte, you ready? 10 gigabit Ethernet on a mini ITX motherboard. Let's make it happen. And if you didn't want to spend AORUS Master money, there is also the Pro version of the board as well, but you are losing that 10 gigabit Ethernet, which you may not care about. But like I said, let's put 10 gig on every single motherboard. One day I'm going to make it happen, I promise you. This is the first time that AORUS is offering all of their boards in an ICE version, which is typically their white boards, as well as non-ICE versions, which means in their darker or the black boards. I've seen a lot of people complaining that too many motherboards are white now. I never thought I'd see the day where people were complaining about white motherboards, but yeah, it seems as though AORUS was listening and they're basically just doing black and white boards for all of their boards now, which gives you a lot of choice. I mean, if you care about how your PC looks, which I don't. Earlier today, AMD announced their brand new Radeon Pro GPUs. This is the Gigabyte AI Top Radeon Pro 9700. This is the exact same design they used for the 4070 Ti Super that they launched last year at Computex. Now, here's one really interesting thing about this card that I noticed at ASUS as well. Let's get a bit closer because I think I'm right about this. What do you reckon? AMD, on their Pro cards at least, are embracing the 12-volt high-power connector. Here's the inside scoop. I had some conversations with some AMD engineers when RDNA 3 came out, saying that they probably won't ever use this connector. I can bet you that this PCB is a reference PCB, and inside it looks exactly the same as the card we covered at ASUS today as well. Let us know your thoughts. This is very strange. As far as graphics cards are concerned, this is the star of the show from AORUS. This is their RTX 5090 AORUS Master Stealth Ice. It's so many words, guys. I'm sorry. It's very hard to remember this all the time. Now, the keynote out there in the B-roll that Claire shot for us before will notice that there's no 12-volt high-power connector like the regular AORUS Master on the edge of the card. In fact, if you turn the card around to the edge connector side, there's also no power connector. Gigabyte figured out the most genius place to put the 12-volt high-power connector on their card, and take a look. It's right there inside the heatsink on the edge of the PCB. What this means is you can run the power cable through this part here and completely hide the cable. So let's say you had an MSI motherboard, shout out to MSI for sponsoring our Computex coverage. You can use this on an MSI board and still hide the cable. So if you had a Project Zero board from MSI, you can use this card and hide the cables. That's a very clever solution. I'm surprised no one's thought of that sooner. In terms of the performance differences between this and the regular Master, there's no difference whatsoever. It's exactly the same card, except the power connector is moved there. This feels cool, it's like a bazooka. It's a heavy card. I have to hold it like this, guys. I'm not that strong in with my upper body, I'm sorry. Every single year at Computex, Gigabyte and AORUS have heaps of different monitors to talk about, but I want to talk less about the monitors and more about what's going on with their monitor business and the design of their monitors themselves. Gigabyte and AORUS is one of the first companies to make all of their panels starting from now in both a white version and a black version. This is such a stupid thing, and I know people won't care. Look at this monitor stand. This is insane. The base of this monitor stand is the thinnest metal you've ever seen, and it almost doesn't exist, making it almost like a monitor arm on your desk, but built into the monitor stand itself. You see, guys, these are the little really important advancements that need to be made with technology. It's not always about panel technology, it's also about the way the product itself is implemented, especially with industrial design. This monitor stand, I'm not kidding, is probably one of the best monitor stands I've ever seen. I have no idea why Gigabyte as a company doesn't use this monitor stand on all of their AORUS products. I get that all the AORUS stuff is gaming focused, but I can bet you more gamers want that monitor stand than those tripod looking monitor stands that they have on the bigger AORUS panels. Very simple, but you get all the desk space back. That's what I like about it. You know me, guys, I'm a utilitarian. I'm a minimalist when it comes to my setups. What is this supposed to do? Is it just art? Like, what is it? Pressure plate? You thought it was that too, hey? Like a pressure plate thing you had to press? But it's really, really not.